I was about to dig into breakfast when a steel cable suddenly shot straight through me. Before I could even process what happened, a hitman brutally dragged me away. But the next day, that same killer got skewered in the exact same spot. Turns out, dead me had come back to life. What's even more insane? Before this, I'd already died 138 times. Every single day, I experienced a different death. Headshot by a gun, blown to bits by a midget, riddled with holes by a Gatling gun, vaporized by a rocket launcher, even getting my head sliced clean off.
I am Guan Yin, and Guan Yin has done this.
My name's Roy, and I have no clue why I'm stuck in this godforsaken time loop. Every morning at 7 a.m., I wake up to some woman screaming her head off next to me. Facing a killer charging at me with a machete? Yeah, I'm used to it by now. I calmly bend down to tie my shoes, grab my shirt to block his swing, brew some coffee, take a sip, then splash it right in his face. I know every single move this killer makes so well, it's almost pathetic. Then, guys in a helicopter mistake the hitman for me and light him up like a Christmas tree. I casually throw a knife, nailing the gunner in the chopper dead on. The gun goes haywire, spraying bullets everywhere. Meanwhile, I'm strolling around dodging every bullet like I'm taking a Sunday walk. Then I plop down on the couch thinking, why the hell are so many people trying to kill me? Before the helicopter explodes, I jump onto a garbage truck and escape. Though one time, I missed the jump and got pancaked into roadkill. Later, I hijack a sports car and even recite the owner's lines from memory. I'm being hijacked! Yes, you are. Tearing down the road, I'm basically living in real-life GTA. But even though I've gotten this good like some speedrunner who's memorized every level, I've never made it past 12:47 p.m. So I gave up fighting it, started spending every day at the bar just waiting to die. The day before I got trapped in this loop, I went to see my ex-wife. She's a physicist. That day, she called me to her lab, and within minutes of small talk, she started cutting my hair and accidentally nicked my skin. Suddenly, lab security burst in, like they were worried about some classified leak. As I was leaving, she whispered something to me, but I didn't understand what it meant at the time. It wasn't until my 144th respawn that I remembered her words. I found the book and hid in an underground plaza to read it. On the last page, I saw what she'd left for me. Look forward. Time waits for no one. It seemed like some kind of hint, but I still couldn't figure it out. That's when I looked up and saw my son hadn't seen him in forever. After the divorce, I was never a good father. Never saw him again. Feeling guilty, I wanted to take him out for a nice meal. But as soon as we stepped outside, I noticed it was already 12:50 p.m., the longest I'd ever survived. Weird thing was, why hadn't the killers found me yet? Then it hit me that underground plaza must block signals. Could there be a tracker on me? The moment I realized this, the killers picked up the signal and swarmed in. I immediately grabbed my son tight, using my body to shield him from the bullets. Looking at him, I finally understood what my ex-wife's words meant, and I knew how to beat this level. After respawning again, I decided to go on the offensive. Fighting my way through, I reached the bar and found a buddy who worked security. I asked him, if you had to plant a tracker inside someone's body, where would be the best spot? He answered, a tooth. I immediately remembered that gorgeous woman I'd met last night. She was a dentist. On that date, she'd specifically taken me to her clinic to check my teeth. So I got the bartender to hand me a bottle of hard liquor and a pair of pliers. Then I rushed into the bathroom and started yanking out my teeth one by one. Finally, I found the tooth with the tracker hidden inside. Next respawn, I took out the killer efficiently, then grabbed that dentist and made her talk. She gave up the mastermind. Turns out, it was my ex-wife's boss. From then on, every time I respawned, I'd yank out that tooth first thing. Then use the tracker as bait to lure out all the killers and take them down in one swoop. After clearing the hitman gauntlet, all that was left was the final boss. I just drove straight through the lab gates, crashed, and died. No big deal, I've got unlimited continues. Second attempt, I launched the car over the wall, and security turned it into Swiss cheese. What they didn't know was, I'd already bailed out and blown them all up with explosives. Before I could celebrate, the head of security spotted me. I can do this all day, dick. Third try, I disguised myself as a guard and infiltrated the facility. But when I got to the elevator, they asked me to swipe my card. No clearance. Mission failed again. Fourth attempt, I took down the guards preemptively, but the second I stepped off the elevator, I was surrounded again. I immediately offed myself and restarted. This time, I finally noticed there was a camera in the elevator. No wonder they were always waiting for me. I followed the routine, took out all the guards, and finally made it to the last level. But waiting for me, there was some sword-wielding ninja goddess. I pulled out my gun, cool as a cucumber. But at the critical moment, no bullets. Of course, mission failed again. By now, I've respawned 156 times. But every time I reach the final level, this woman absolutely wrecks me. Her movements are slick. Her swordplay is flawless. No matter how much firepower I bring, I can't land a hit.